welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Well, happy Saturday, and I'm going to have to say this is a very happy Saturday for the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here on your hometown station, AM and FM KHTS. How about that? We're now twice as good as we were because now we're on AM and FM. So at least we're going to say that. But we're really excited, and I'm excited I get to share this special event with Myles McNamara, who's been on our show, I don't know, 24 times probably, one of our favorite hosts, has his own radio show, so he can appreciate this. But you guys are joining us on our 7th year anniversary. That's right. Somehow, some way, we've been on this show right here on AM 1220, KHTS, and now FM for 7 years with our own show. And we're right here at our custom-built studio at Skyline Home Loans. So you can join us by going to donandgino.com, DonandGino.com. Click on the live streaming button, and voila, you'll see Don Gelling and Myles McNamara. Gino, we had a whipping boy. He's out working away, making sure your loans are closing. But today I have Myles going to share our special anniversary. How about that? Making 70. Who would have figured, huh?
You've been fooling someone for 7 years.
I know. That's why we have our own show. It's a studio.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's funny. Like until we tease around them, like I don't think KHTS even knows we're here. They just collect the checks and put us on the air once a week. But
that's right.
But our goal was always to add value. That's the only reason we started the show. We still haven't gotten a check for the show. We keep waiting for somebody to pay us to do it. But we've done this to add value, just like you have. And that's to guide people to personal and financial wellness. And one of the reason we bring you on the show, why you're part of APRG, also America's Professional Resource Group, is putting together the best professionals we can find to help you through all areas of your life. There's life happens, bottom line, and you don't know who you need until you need them, and you go, then who do you go to? So we want to be that resource for you. So again, Don and Gino at gmail.com. You can always email us, or donandgino.com. So today we're going to talk about our aging population and how to handle that, because if you're not dealing with it, I guarantee someone you know is dealing with, how do I take care of my parents? And actually, I love this. You said we're the Sandwich Generation.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it is almost noon, so I am getting a little hungry.
Well, I mean, and that term's been around a while. I was interesting offline. You asked me what that was, because we're probably part of it ourselves, and it's the generation that is sandwiched between caring for our own younger kids and our older aging parents. And so you're sort of sandwiched in the middle, and you're running yourself ragged. You know, you're getting your own kids to soccer practice, you're getting them, you know, all the activities they're involved in,
or through college or whatever.
But then now, is our mom and dad doing okay? Are they taking their meds? Are they safe in their own home? Are they, you know, and you guys, as our parents age, there's cognitive deterioration, obviously physical deterioration, and all of our seniors want to stay in their own home. And there's a lot of resources out there for our aging population. There's assisted livings, there's board and cares. You always want to avoid the skilled nursing facilities, but by and large, all of our seniors want to stay in their own home. Which is
that makes sense.
Basically, why I've been around and doing fairly well for 17 years now, is because seniors want to stay in their own home.
Well, it's two things. I mean, while you're doing so well, is you're doing it right. There's a lot of companies out there that haven't been doing it for 17 years. They don't have the same care, instruction, training, and all that goes into it, and that's why I think you're continuing to grow. And if you just tuned in, we're here with Myles McNamara with Comfort Keepers in Home Care. They've been on our show many times, been out here for 17 years. And again, explain more what you do to help the senior, because sometimes there's a confusion between, like you said, skilled nursing versus in-home care. How are you helping our seniors right now?
And the biggest confusion is between home care and home health. Home health is when you have nurses come either after an incident, a discharge from the hospital, or what have you, and that's paid for through your insurance, where a home health nurse will come out and check your vitals, check your meds, make sure you're set. They'll be in the house for an hour, usually a lot less, and then boom, they're gone. What our seniors need, though, is assistance with their activities of daily living. You know, meal preparation, getting them to their follow-up doctor's appointments, maybe making sure they take their medications on time, staying hydrated during the summer, or even during the winter as well, because our seniors don't drink enough water most of the time. So those are the activities of daily living that they need help with. And so once that home health nurse comes in and does their thing and then they leave, now mom and dad are at home basically with no help. And then that's where the sandwich generation kicks in again, because now you've got the adult children, who are running around like chickens with their head cut off, trying to do multiple things at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. The home care part of it is unfortunately not covered by insurance at this point in time. We'll talk about later in the show where that might be changing. But by and large, what happens is my nurse care manager, and even though we're non-medical, because we can do anything that doesn't take a medical license to do, but all my care managers are nurses because we interface with the medical community on such a high level. A lot of times we're getting clients that are just out of the hospital, or they're, whatever their medical conditions are in the home. At least they can identify that, because there are a lot of different resources available to people, and sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And so at least they can, because we do interface with hospice and home health and other resources for the seniors, I like all my care managers to be nurses. At least they know what's going on.
That has to be
realm.
imperative, because them just understanding more about what they need to be doing to help them. Because I know in my industry and financial industry, we try to hire outside people sometimes, and they don't even get the lingo, let alone how to really help somebody financially, or what questions to ask, or understanding the questions, or how to help someone. So we've learned it doesn't work. We have to hire some people within the industry that have already kind of figured it out. I would imagine it's similar with a nurse understanding what the doctor's orders are, or the hospice care and all that stuff. Same?
Right, exactly. And that's the first step for us, is we go in and we create a customized care plan. I mean, one size doesn't fit all. So it depends on what the senior needs. So we go in, we sit down, and we assess the entire environment, the entire person, and what's their care plan going to look like. And as I said, it's going to be different for everybody. What's their ambulation, what's their medication schedule, what's their personal hygiene issues. I mean, so there's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of our seniors, believe it or not, and it's such an undersold part of what we do, is companionship. I mean, seniors, if they've lost a spouse or they're living alone, isolation and depression is very prevalent in our senior community. So just having someone in the house with them that maybe get them out to an activity.
I believe that. I mean, how many times you see that after one spouse passes away, within a year the other one does, just pretty much out of just being depressed.
Where they withdraw, they become isolated. They, so that's a goal of ours as well, is get them interfaced with society, get them back out to that bridge game or to the senior center or wherever else they used to do is again, because the common behavior is to just withdraw, and as you said, once they lose a spouse of 30, 40, 50, sometimes 60 years, they don't want to be around anymore. So our family wants them to be around, you still want grandma there, you still want mom involved. So again, let's get them back in, interacting into society and out and about.
Well, what I like that you guys do give an option. So we're going to talk about a couple of things moving forward. One, of course, we're going to talk about some of the changes in, potentially insurance and some of the hospitals and how they're handling in-home care, but also about parenting your parents, because you mentioned that we're a sandwich generation, and just in general in our generation now, we're all super, super busy. I swear, we all have ADD now and have so many things we have to handle that we almost feel bad, I would imagine, not being able to be there for our parents as much as we would like to.
Absolutely. And again, we have to put ourselves in our parents' shoes. And when we're talking about home care, we call our comfort keepers caregivers, but I really advise my adult children to don't call us caregivers, call us personal assistants.
That's nice.
Because we are non-medical, and a lot of the things we do are just giving a helping hand, and our parents are proud, they're independent, they don't want to lose their independence. So if you come in and start throwing terms around like nurse or caregiver or whatever, the first thing they're going to do is withdraw. They're going to resist. But again, the golden years, they deserve a personal assistance, and that's what we say. We're like a valet service. Let us come in, and we throughout our entire adult lives, we a lot of times hire people come in and do things in our house, our gardeners, our whatever. So that's what we say we are. I mean, we come in to enhance your independence. We come in to enhance your ability to stay in your own home independently. You're still the boss. But unfortunately, I see a lot of times is our adult children will still give mom or dad the last word when maybe cognitively they shouldn't anymore, and that is the slipperiest slope of them
Well,
all.
since that is a slippery slope, we're going to say that for the next segment because this is one of the most challenging situations I can think for all of us that are dealing with our aging parents and stuff. How to handle that conversation or direction with your parents when you know that they may need more help or you can't be there to help them. How do you have that tough conversation at that stage? And I know we talked about on the break that you're going to kind of give us a little bit of insight of how to maybe handle that best or from your guys' eyes after 17 years experience. And then we're also going to talk about some of the changes with the hospitals and insurance in regard to in-home care. So please don't go away. This is great stuff because there's no way that you or somebody you know are not dealing with our aging population. So this is good stuff because if it's not for you, you can share this with someone else. We'll be right back.